Money is flowing back to the university after the legislature approved USU's strategic reinvestment plan and fully restored the university's funding. Jackson Day joined President Mortensen to find out what that means going forward.
We would request that the Executive Appropriations Committee return the rest of the strategic reinvestment funds.
President Mortensen addressed a committee of the Utah Legislature for about 45 seconds last week before they voted.
Any opposed? And that is unanimous.
I had talked with a couple other members of the committee earlier in the day, and they said, just be brief. You're good. We've already decided we're going to give you the money back.
Mortensen says this trip to the Capitol was mostly a formality, but it's taken nearly a year to get here.
It's been quite the transition of trying to lead with 4 presidents and leadership changes and all these different factors with audits and reviews.
This all started about a year ago, and the legislature passed this law, House Bill 265, which requires that universities across the state adjust their budgets to meet criteria like professional outcomes, statewide workforce demands, and the institution's mission and role within the statewide system. In English, that means they had to move money from programs with low job placement rates and low wages to programs with higher outcomes and more demand. Here at USU, those new programs
include everything from a vet tech program that will serve some of our more rural campuses to beefed up offerings around artificial intelligence and data science here on the Logan campus.
Looking at the published reinvestment plan, you can see money is being taken from the Doctor of Physical Therapy program, for example, but the money is being reinvested into new programs like behavioral neuroscience. This is a list of how much money each school across the state was required to reinvest. Here at USU, we needed to move over $12 million. And until the legislature approved each school's planned budget, they withheld that money.
We've already gotten the wire transfer back, and so those funds are back in the university's coffers, and we're excited to be through that part of the process.
Mortensen says some people might think the legislature overstepped and forced these changes on the university. But he says,
sometimes it takes a little shock to the system like this to remind us of our responsibility as leaders to be thoughtful about how we distribute resources.
Jackson Day, ATV News.
Mortensen says he's hosting a town hall on March 6th to answer questions about the plan.